And we're live! It's alive! This is the first episode of Train of Thought. Chugga, 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 chugga. And I am your conductor for the next 60 or so minutes. My name is Alex Dumas. I'm a life success creator. You might call it coaching, whatever. I'm just a person that makes things happen. And I just want to give a quick special shout out to some people who made this happen. So Nick, the Gentle Giant, Ryan, the Lion Morris, these two gentlemen approached me a few weeks ago about creating my own show. And I was a little bit hesitant, but then I thought to myself, well, who else would they call except for me? So this first episode is a very special one. So yes, Nick, I see you. Yes. Thank you, Lori. Yes. And before I get started with this very special episode, not only because it's the first one, but the people I'm going to bring on are incredible, and we've had quite the remarkable journey, and we're going to share parts of that. What's up, Castillo? Shauna, yeah, happy anniversary to Nicole and her husband. So, whoop, whoop, happy anniversary to y'all. And had me lose my train of thought. Whoa, see how that happened? Anyway, yeah, we're going to interview these, get to know these individuals, these special people, and we also are going to have some special announcements. Like, this is world premiere stuff. Very, very few people know about this. So if you are watching this and you're watching this live or catching the replay, take notes toward the end, because we are going to drop some incredible bombs on you, in like love bombs. Jen, Lady Yoda, thank you. And Nick is over the Giants. Thank you, Nicole. So yeah, this is a quick dedication for this first episode to my mother. Today is her birthday. She's no longer here with us. She's been gone for 7 years in April. So this year she would have turned 79. So, grateful for her. And also want to dedicate this to a special young man who passed a few years ago. His birthday was on the 11th last year, on the 11th last week. Sorry, I'm like all over the place. So for little Jacob, and I call him little because, even though he's grown, he's still a child of God. And dedicate this for him and mom. They're up there smiling down, watching over us. And that's that. So to get into it now, to get on the train, to get this locomotive in motion, I'm going to introduce to you these two fantastic individuals, two members of a collective that is known as the Fantastic Four. So I'm going to speak them into the room real quick. So this first individual I'm going to introduce, she is lovingly known or seen as our Human Torch. She is the mastermind of this powerful event happening next week in Phoenix, Arizona, called the Ultimate Experience. She is the go-to person as far as how to process grief, how to move forward, how to keep going when you feel like you can't. She's working with incredible women. She's helped so many people out. She's made such an impact in my life. She is, a Filipino version of me. Like, you think something and you do it. And whether you have the answers or not, whether you don't know, we go. We do what we do. So for that, I want to introduce to you the lovely, the powerful, the leader, Judy Thureson. Come into the room, Judy Thureson. Let me let you in here.
Woo! Okay, that has to be the greatest compliment, that I'm the Filipino version of Alex Dumas. I mean, come on. You can't get any better than that. So thank you.
But let's not shun our other guest here. So how do I describe this woman? Well, she's a loving mother, loving wife, powerful coach. And there's a lot to the story of how we all assembled, and we're going to get into that a bit. But I want you to know that she's one of the most loving, caring, and generous people that I know. She's somebody who really without her, I'm not in the mix of this. I'm not, and I have no affiliation with the ultimate experience because she saw something in me and pulled me along. She said, "Hey, we got to throw a lifeline to this guy because he can make a difference." And that's only because she makes a difference. So I want to introduce to you the powerful, the gracious, the God-fearing Judy Westover. Your audio's a little bit low, Julie. Let's see if we can uh, correct that. So, ladies, here we are. The Thing, the Human Torch, and the not so invisible woman. So I'm really grateful that you have some time for me because I know you're busy. We got things going on. So I gave a little bit of the introduction of who you are, but there's people out there that don't know or maybe want to learn a little bit more. So Judy, if you'd be so kind, like a couple minutes, just tell us like who are you, who you are.
Whew. Well, I somebody who loves to spin a lot of plates. So I have like 8 jobs right now. Like you mentioned, I am a grief coach. I also own a Pilates studio, and I work at a trauma center helping trauma patients with their breakthrough so that they can calm their nervous system so they can receive the treatments that they need. And I'm also a writing coach for a publishing company. But most importantly, I am a wife and I'm a mother, and I am facilitating this ultimate experience with you all, which has been a crazy, crazy experience and so much fun. But yeah, happy to be here. And I just love people. I love connecting with people. I love that in the short amount of time that we've been able to be together, we are family. You can't get rid of us now. We are bonded for life. So
Attached to the hip. That's it.
that's
Love
right.
it. Yes. So appreciate you. You are magnificent, as I said over and over, and will continue to say. So just get used to hearing it, and maybe you want to get a tattoo of it, just so you know. Like, hey, what did Alex call me again? Oh yeah, magnificent. Yeah, that's it.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So to you, Julie, who are you?
Yeah. Okay, you got my audio. Can you guys hear me okay?
You are good. You're great.
Yes. Okay, I figured that out. Well, I am an Insight Life coach. I started 6 months ago and I got hired to work with an incredible agency in Mesa, Arizona called Family Fusion. And they're all about community and all about how to give back to community. And so they offer scholarships, and so that people are never inhibited to be able to have a life coach. And then we do service projects in our community. I also do cake decorating, which I love, and I just like absorb all that
Hold on.
delicious.
I'm gonna just cut you off there. Can we
Okay.
look forward to a cake on the 23rd? The people want to know. This is what the people are asking. They're not asking that.
Well, typically I'm doing ice cream cakes, and I don't think that'll last, unfortunately, throughout the event. So
Julie, have a great rest of your.
good try, but yeah.
Good times. No, it's awesome. Awesome. Wonderful. So, for the people out there, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are really interested in who we are, our story, and whichever one of you want to go first, like kind of tell them what the heck is this ultimate experience. Let's start there, and then we can kind of reverse engineer, go backwards of how we all linked up.
I would love Julie's perspective. Why don't I have Julie go first?
Wow, the ultimate experience. I think it's just absorbing and being someone that knows anything is possible. And I think this world opened up to me when I met Steve Hardison towards the end of July, and a few phone calls, got to go walk through his Zen garden. And he actually said to me, "You can do anything you want." And he was talking about walking through the Zen garden, but I took that to mean he's actually serious, that if there's something I really want and desire, I can do that. So I would pour that into all of the attendees that are going to be there, that you can do anything you want. So I don't know, it's just exciting. Sky's the limit kind of feeling. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I've invited really good friends and family, and actually, I feel like the Facebook group, we have really become a family. We've kind of crossed the bridge together, getting ready for this event. So, and we listen to the discussions and the shares that people are offering, and that's part of the experience. So I'm super excited.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it. Yes. You can do anything. What a powerful message.
Yeah.
Imagine if more people believed that was true. What would happen? All I know for sure is there's going to be a little over 300 people next week gathered that believe it, know it, and are open to experiencing it, like in full, like completely. So you are a big part of that. So turning the mic over to you, Judy.
Woo.
Flame on time. Let's get it.
Oh my goodness. I am learning so much right now, and I feel like the lessons are exponential. Like what I learned yesterday totally blew my mind. And something about this whole experience, I kept saying in the very beginning, like, oh my gosh, who am I? Why am I here? I don't even belong here, right? Like, I just feel, do you guys ever see Forrest Gump? Like, he would just end up in these places like, what the heck is happening? And Steve actually posted something yesterday, which he said, the ultimate arrogance is having false humility or feeling unworthy. That hit me like a ton of bricks, because that has been kind of my badge of feeling, oh my gosh, who am I? I'm not even, meant to be here or whatever. And the more that I really look at things from a big picture, I'm seeing I'm absolutely not just meant to be here, but I'm absolutely the person that's supposed to be leading this event. And when I say that, it's because when you look at the message of being, right? Back in August, when Steve posted he was giving away his manuscript, he said, hey, it's my birthday. I'm giving you a reverse birthday gift. Give me your email and I'm going to send you a manuscript, right? Who got that? Who emailed him and got a manuscript? Did you guys do that?
Yeah.
Were you able to do that?
I was a little bit ahead of time. I was 4th of July weekend.
Ooh, you're special.
Well, you talk about yourself for a second, like, me? Oh gosh, like, yeah. So, anyway.
So imagine here's someone who is giving away this manuscript, right? And he's giving you direction. Hey, email me and I'm going to give you this manuscript. So this was just in August, and I'm emailing him to ask for a manuscript he's given away. And then I deleted my message because I felt not even worthy to ask for a manuscript that he's given away, right? And I did that 3 times, you guys, 3 times. Finally, on the 3rd time, I said, screw it. I'm just going to send it and see what happens. And unbeknownst to me, he emailed back right away, sent the manuscript, super loving, super kind, and I was blown away. Well, fast forward, then I send an essay to ride with him to California, and I got picked. I was one of the 6-pack. Woohoo! That's a whole other story in itself. And then when we had this opportunity to possibly be coached by Phil, who is one of Steve's clients, who's an amazing coach. And when that opportunity first came up, I remember feeling like, oh, that's not going to happen because I'm just tapped out. I just opened the studio. All my cards are maxed out, all my loans. I'm like, where am I going to find money? I have no idea. And I remember having that conversation with Philip. I had a 20-minute conversation with Philip. And just like Julie's message, which is, hey, you can do anything you want, right? Sky's the limit. You can create. There's if you think it can happen. And so after that meeting with Phil, that afternoon is when I thought of this idea. Hey, why don't we have this ultimate experience and invite Steve and have this, party, this book launch party. And I had this great idea, but then the caveat, right? The missing link was that Steve was going to have to say yes.
Oh my God.
And all of us know, like, Steve doesn't do this kind of stuff. This is, not in his, that's just not who he is. He doesn't do live stuff. So when I mustered up the courage to say, okay, I'm going to do this on Monday, I'm going to call Steve, I'm going to ask him. Then you guys know the story. I've shared it before. Monday came and went, and then I chickened out, right? I said, who am I? Back to the whole, who am I? I'm nobody. And, but then just like in pure Steve fashion, the very next day when I chickened out, I get a message from him. It's a video clip, no context. It's just a video clip from Townsend Wardlaw. And Townsend opens up with, I was having coffee with my wife this morning, and she said to me, have you ever struggled with fear and uncertainty? Have you ever wanted to do something so big, but then you got afraid to do it? And I am looking around like, is there, a hidden camera here? How does Steve know that I need this message right now? And that's exactly what I texted him. I said, how did you know I needed this? And he said, I did it. It was divine. And I said, well, do you have a minute? And he said, I'm free right now. I was like, crap, but before I could, kind of settle into, okay, what am I going to say? I just called him right away. I was like, I'm just going to take action. Right. And we had this conversation, and I just gave him the vision of, I said, what a better way to promote, not that the book needs promoting, because the book is magic in and of itself, right?
In case you're wondering what we're talking about, the Ultimate Coach,
The
you can see
Ultimate
mine
Coach.
has been wrangled and mangled.
That's right.
That's the
I
book.
love it.
The book of being.
But I said, what a better way to showcase what the essence and the spirit of this book is than having a group of people share about how they're being because of the impact of the book, the impact of our encounter with Steve. And so to my surprise, he said yes. But, nobody says no to me, right?
You guys heard that? I'm going to put in the chat just so everybody understands what we're talking about.
So that's a little bit of kind of the backstory of how we got here. But ever since, I feel like I just blew the whistle and then everything assembled, because the first person I talked to was Alex. And, I still remember that conversation.
Yeah.
And, everybody thinks the leader is the most important person. Actually, no. The person that says yes to the second person that says yes to the leader is the most important person, because if you don't have anybody behind you, you don't have a leader. You have a solo person walking
You're
around
taking a nice
trying to
trip.
That's right. That's right. So I just want to commend Alex for believing and trusting and seeing the vision. And what I love about Alex is he didn't wait for everything to be planned out before he said yes. He was basically like, I have no idea what I'm saying yes to, but let's go. Let's do this. And so, after Alex, we got the whole Fantastic Four crew on board, and it's really, really just powerful.
Yeah. It was interesting. I'm going to take you back to my train of thought leading up to that, right? So kind of how I mentioned in the beginning where Julie was the catalyst for me being here. Well, for me, I was a little bit brokenhearted that I didn't get picked. I was kind of sulking around. When I didn't get picked. Oh, shucks. But, you get it together, you move along. And it was a little bit toward the end of October, right? And Julie messages me. She DMs me on Facebook like, I got to talk to you. and I could feel it was like super frantic. Like she put some things in caps. I'm like, what? I'm like, whoa, like what's the deal here? We chatted on Zoom for a little bit, and she told me about this proposal that this guy Philip Weech was offering. I was like, Philip Weech, I know that guy. I saw him on the Giants. I don't really know much about him. I know he's the best personal coach, but I didn't really know that. I just heard the name, didn't know. Me and Philip have a conversation a couple days later, actually the day after my birthday, because I wasn't available that day, my birth date, and we talk, and I start to see it. I'm like, okay, all right, there's something here. Let's tinker around. And it was this proposal to extend coaching to the six pack and a couple of the other finalists like myself. And when I found that out, I was like, it's kind of exciting, kind of scary. What do I do? And I wrestled with it for a couple of days. And then I remember the date, November 2nd. I was like, all right, I'm in. Let's go. And that commitment right there, I even had to lay it out to my wife. Like, listen, I believe in this. I know I can do this. This is going to be worth my time, worth our money, worth our energy. We're doing this, right? And I'm swirling in my head like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to create the funds? And I'm getting into creation mode, thinking of things. And kind of to come back to your story, Judy, 11/11, well, actually 11/9, right? It was Tuesday. You DM'd me like, hey, we need to talk. Mind you, we have never interacted. We've never, I saw you on the email thread with Phil, but I didn't know who you were. I'm like, all right, that's good. And then hearing you talk and you shared that story about you first wimping out with Steve and then getting into it. And it's like, all right, I see it. I don't know the full picture, but like I'm one in because we're going to do something that's massive. And I laugh about, I'm just taking this back right now. This is memory lane for us out here. This is our first kind of real conversation about this in a while. I remember that initial commitment he had for you, right? You spoke it out and his ears are to the scanner of everything. He hears it and he's like, oh, 200 people. That's our commitment. Our first initial commitment, putting 200 people in a room and freaking out a bit, right? We're like, how do we need 200 people? We have 2 months. You know what I mean? It's like, what are we doing? But in the back of my head, I always felt like maybe we could put 300. Let's surpass them. Let's go way beyond what Steve thinks is even possible. Because you, me, Julie, Xavier, like us four little mini giants, little giants. Well, let's grow. Let's sprout. Let's see what we have to become to make this happen. And to say miraculous would be almost an understatement of what's happened in the last couple of months. And hold on. If you want to talk about miraculous, we're about to be joined by somebody real special. So I'm just going to say it right now. We got Mr. Fantastic on the line. Mr. Fantastic!
You all are amazing, man. Jesus. What's going on?
So now you see it in full. This is kind of cool here. Because in my screen, I'm in the corner. Julie's like, we have like a black and white. Oh, that's dope. Anyway, I'm here. I'm back with y'all. Xavier, we were just going around talking about kind of our origin stories of how we landed up in this incredible train ride to the 23rd. So I'd love to hear your perspective on it. I know you just jumped in, but we're going to get right into it. So tell us your thoughts of like what you've seen from this journey to the ultimate experience.
Wow. Well, where it is that I'm at now is I'm really getting that this is purposeful. And this is the beginning of something even more amazing than what's happening this coming Sunday, if you could imagine that, right? I mean, it's like you would think it's a pinnacle, but I believe it's really something even beyond what it is that we could imagine. But, just knowing who Steve with, and tell me that I'm on track to your question, if there's anything that if I'm off track or not answering it. But just, are you asking what got us here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just knowing who Steve was and being in his presence a few times when I had the opportunity to participate to see if I could be a part of the trip to go to California. And then it going from 2 people, 1 there and 1 back, and then turning into 3 there and 3 back, and meeting Julie and Judy for the first time, you know, knowing that we were really up for something special, and it exceeded all my expectations. But the opportunity to see Steve be who it was he was being, right? Like his beingness and how people responded, and his commitment that he would have us get this. And it seemed at times even, you know, the opportunity that he knew that was before us, that we would actually what he had in store with for us, what he seen was possible, and how we stepped into it, you know, like timid and unsure, and you know what's happening here. But I think we all, you know, when I think about how we all came together, I really believe that we're at the right place. Our energy and what we're committed to, we were just aligned. It was no accident. Even Julie, how she showed up, and then how you came about shortly after that, it was it's been perfect, and it just blows me away. And you know, I've been on the phone with these people who are reading the book and their stories, and the difference that's happening to them based on this opportunity that we've created here. And it just goes on and on and on, right? And I can see where it is that I'm at right now. A lot of my failing to like show up, and to just, it's like it's all in my face, the things that don't work, to have me be who it is that I see Steve can see, that what's available for us is all coming to fruition. And I'm starting to see all the things that don't work, right? And it's never been so much in my face as it has now. And I believe it's perfect, because it's what it is we have to get to accomplish and create what it is that I know that we're going to be creating. And man, I'm really blessed to be associated with you guys, because so often I feel like inadequate, you know, and you guys are just amazing. And where it is that you've come just from us coming together, right, has been amazing. And it's just, and to be able to coach with, be in a coaching squad with you guys, with Philip, and you know, with Steve, overlooking it all, is wow. I just, it's a blessing, definitely. I feel God's hand at work, and you know, it's going about it, and it's just, that's it. Sometimes I'm in awe of what's happening here, right? But it's just an honor and a privilege to be associated with you group, this group here.
Yeah, likewise, man. Well said. Yeah, it's you know, kind of staying on brand with the theme here, right? It's the train, it can't stop. It's just we're going all the way. And the 23rd, for those who are watching, attending, if you're not attending, you don't have a ticket, just know that this event is nothing more than just a physical extension of this. It's like the cherry on top, so to speak. It's just like, whoa, these amazing, powerful, heart-centered individuals are coming together, and we're gonna destroy the city of Phoenix. Is not going to be the same, and I say it in a loving way. We're not going to like do anything crazy, right on. But speaking of destroying things, I want to kind of get into a few of the announcements, because you know, we shared about ourselves. People are gonna. A lot of people are going to talk to us. A lot of people are going to want to hear our stories pretty soon. But I want to share with you guys the world premiere announcement about how we're gonna break the internet. So for you folks out there who don't know, there is a separate community called the Ultimate Coach Book Facebook group, right? And it's about maybe a month old, 2 months old, if that. And so we got to give a quick shout out to the chief, Eric Lofholm. If you have anything in your life that you think you can't figure out, you're going to Lofholm it. You don't Google it. You don't ask Jeeves. You don't Wikipedia. You Lofholm it. You figure it out. You do it. You commit. You do massive things. And what we're going to do to break the internet in his Facebook community is simple. We're going to have the live event. Everybody knows that. 300 plus people. Arizona next week. But for some people with travel restrictions of just missing the boat early, whether it's getting tickets or whatever, we are going to live stream the event in that Facebook group only. So I'm going to put the link for that community right now, because that's the only way you're going to get it if you're not in the building. So that's it. Like that's that's the way. That's it. That's your only way in. You're going to go to this community, Ultimate Coach. That's the Ultimate Coach Facebook group, and it's all about people who are sharing their experiences from the book, what they've learned, their insights, their takeaways, who they're being, what they're creating in their worlds, in their lives, their businesses. And this is the most unique community I've ever been a part of. I've never seen so many people engaged and just ramped up. And it's not even like it's so much new people. I mean, yeah, the new people are excited, they're going, but it's people like Schmaltzy every day. He's posting something. Gabby every day. She's such a blessing. She's she's the lightning of hope. TLOH, right? You know, we are active in there. You guys are active. Nick, Ryan. I mean, there's too many people to name. Ariel, Nora, everybody is ultimate family, and that's what I look at it more as. You know, is just this powerful experience. And so for those that can't attend live, this is the place to go. You're going to go to this Facebook group. We're going to live stream it from the event. And just so you notice, I'm going to say this real quick. Steve didn't say no to Judy. She didn't even have to break his arm or anything like that.
No.
He doesn't do recordings.
He said no first. He said no. The couple weeks ago, he said, if I see one person's camera up while I'm up there, I'm walking away. I'm leaving. You better tell your group that. So a couple weeks later, I asked again.
I couldn't refuse.
But again, you know, it's the intention and the purpose of this is what we're doing because we want more people to experience this. And the more people that experience this transformation, the more we're going to change the world. I mean, that's really what's going to happen. And he really was on board with that when he saw that what we're doing here, it's the intention is to really help transform other people.
Hold on. I want to stay on this train for real quick, this track. Who did you need to be to not take no for an answer from him? Because a lot of people would have just been like, no, okay, tuck my tail, keep it moving. You didn't. Why?
Because the purpose was greater than the answer. Like, I believe with all my being that people need to see this, right? This is going to be incredible. This isn't just an event, you guys. This is a sacred space. This is like being in Steve's living room, or not his living room, but his office with his shag carpet, with all of us there in the presence of this energy of love that you're never going to experience anything like this. So I want to tell you something that is really powerful that I feel is a huge lesson for all of us. The people that said yes and took action, those are the people that are benefiting and reaping the benefits of that courageous action, right? Us four, we said yes to Philip. Look at where we are. Look at what we're doing. All the VIPs that purchased VIP tickets without knowing really what this was, those VIP ticket holders are going to have something really special at the event, special just for them. So the early action takers, when your gut tells you yes, I want to encourage you, go. Jump in both feet, figure it out later, but just go. And that's how I live my life. And I am seeing miracles left and right. So
each one of us have that story. We didn't know how we were going to create to make this happen, but we said yes, and here we are, right? Before we had it all figured out. And that's one thing that, you know, I'm learning from Steve. You don't have to know how to figure it out. You just be who you need to be. And from 200 to 300 guests will happen. has happened.
Yeah.
That was Xavier's vision, 300, and we're there. We're over 300 now, guys.
Sparta!
Woo!
You all are amazing. This is awesome. Can I just say something really quick?
Yeah, go for it, brother.
Hey, Judy, this is a ripple effect, and when this was created, a big ripple happened. I talked to a friend of mine who I've known from way back, right? And he was one of the first people I called. Fred, he reached out to you. His son, his stepson was involved in drugs, and he was blown away that the part of the proceeds that we're donating to are an organization he is really familiar with, and it's moved him. And he shared with a half a dozen people already. He got the book out there. He's sharing how we're contributing to this, who you are, Judy, and how you inspired him. And that, I just got off the phone with him earlier. That's only a minute experience of what is happening. And this is going on like in ways that we can't even begin to see. And what we do see is amazing. So thank you for who it is you are, Judy, and your stand, and Alex, man, what you're creating right here in this moment. You inspire me, man. I can't imagine what my life would be like if I could take on some of your traits and your enthusiasm and your love for people. And Julie, it's just wow. Come on, rub off on me, you all. I'm loving it. Thank you.
I agree with that enthusiasm. Really, that's something you can't fake. And people know when there's enthusiasm that's coming from somewhere. And I think it's the mission each of us have. There's a reason that propelled us forward that you can't make up. It's real. It's I think we've all lost people we love. We've had maybe estrangement from people that we love so much, and it just keeps the passion going. Like, never give up, keep going, put one foot in front of the other. One dream follows another dream. So, I mean, Alex, really, it was like dreaming this into life, because I was so determined. I'm going to meet Alex. He's going to come to Arizona.
He's moving to Arizona.
See the recruitment. Anyway. Everybody sees it, trying to hold me hostage. So I have a family. I have a wife and kids. Please help me.
Right. Yeah, it's good. No, I mean, and it's your attitude. It's like when I told you, I said, "Oh, yeah, you weren't part of the six-pack." You said it's all good, and that wasn't lip service. That was like, that's true you. That's or truly who you are. So I appreciate, that kind of positive uplift. It spreads around, and people can take that and then I apply it to other parts of my life. I mean, like, really, with Phil Weech, he told me if I was interested, it would be like giving him $1 to receive the winning lottery ticket, which would be like $1 million. And would you not give somebody $1? So that's a portion of what you have, a portion of your energy, commitment, time, money, whatever it is, just that little tiny portion. And are you willing to do that? Well, of course. I mean, knowing that there's kind of like so much waiting to be developed and discovered. So I don't know. I just thought I'd have to be crazy to say no to that. So yeah, I just started calling the six-pack plus 3. And really my involvement was offering thank you notes, offering to be part of the beginning of your trip to Santa Monica. And I'll never regret that. I mean, I think gratitude turns life around. It turns darkness to light. It turns difficulties to rising up, So
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for getting us,
awesome.
seeing us off, Julie.
You guys are awesome.
We
From
showed
the
up.
moment I met you.
Yeah. You're amazing, man. This is all purposeful. What I'm
That's
getting
so cool.
is
I mean, yeah, it's just like meeting. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You guys are wonderful. And as Xavier hinted at, the proceeds for this ultimate experience are going to 4 different charities: AZ Brain Foods, ASA Now. The 2 escape me. Just give me a second. Oh yeah, the PAL group, Parents of Addicted Loved Ones, and Lost Our Home. Yeah, so you can Google them. We'll be promoting them a ton. And through this live stream, you know, you have an opportunity to donate to them, right? Because if you're going to be in the Facebook group, it's free. You don't have to, no one's charging you to be in the Facebook group. But we are asking this. We strongly, highly recommend that you, being someone who is, heart-centered, lighthearted like we are, creative, and wants to better the world, wants to better this universe in some shape or fashion, that you donate to these charities. We're going to have more information about that, how to do that specifically. We're going to have all that information by the time the event rolls around next week. But that is one caveat. It's free, but understand there's a fee. There's a fee of you giving back and contributing, because somebody's life out there is going to be impacted just from you, whether it's $1. I feel like the old commercials, like at USA, like at 3 a.m, it's like, just for 25 cents a day, you can help one child. But the truth, like, everything's gonna help. We have a real mission of serving these organizations. Some of their representatives are coming out to see us at this event, so it's a big deal. This is way bigger than us. It's bigger than Steve. It's bigger than the book itself. This is the black hole, the commitment that creates.
Hey, well, one thing that I want to say real quick, Alex, is I want people to get that we are really, us four right here, are really some ordinary people who got into and committed and supported to do some extraordinary things. And I'm really committed to being that example for you all, so that you can see what's possible when you get committed to something and you allow people to contribute to you, to get up underneath you. I mean, what I see is possible for us is, what is it that we can get our minds to envision and to imagine, and then just move forward towards it. So we want to be that example. We want to bring whoever up who allows us to contribute to them, as have been contributed to. And I just felt that I had to say that. So.
Yeah, man. It's exciting, and that's what's really shifted the game for me, at least in my head. My train of thought of, how are we going to do this? We have to put this many people. It's like, oh, we don't have to worry about that. As soon as we start telling this story, we start telling people what's going on. I mean, we were a part of Alyssa Ann's Miracle. If you don't know about that, you can find it on my podcast. You can find it on the Tribe of Giants show. It's everywhere about what we were able to create for her and her family. I'm like, okay, you see it. It's as real as it gets, and it's just going to keep getting realer as we move along and we help these organizations out. So that is my challenge for you out there. And this isn't like me bullying you, like, you better do it. But hey, we're here. We are giving you this. We are gifting this to you. So be the lady on the train list. Steve said in his video, give back, serve powerfully. You'll be surprised what happens when you do that. So that is one big announcement. Don't worry, got another one. Got a rabbit up the hat. Boom, boom. So I know we talked a lot about this, our event being sold out. I mean, we're getting hit up left and right. So people out there, if we're responding or not responding, don't take it personal. You're not the only one who's contacted me, Judy, Xavier, Julie. Like, we get it. We know you want to get in. So we're going to open up that opportunity for one. There's no other cameras, but if there were, I was talking to all the cameras here. One special person, because we are doing somewhat of a golden ticket giveaway. So if you're able to get to Arizona on January 23rd, there's a ticket waiting for you. But there's a couple things we're going to commit you to, because without commitment, what is there, right? It's just your word. Well, follow up. What's your word really worth? So we're going to put you to the test. And the game is this. 2 things you got to do. One, if you have not already bought the book, you're going to buy the book on Amazon. If you may not get picked, go get it right now. Walk by faith, not by sight, right? Get it and commit yourself to reading in this week. It's 400 to 500 pages. Do it. Commit. Because if you show up to this event without really understanding like what's going to happen, you're going to short circuit. You're not going to be able to process and have the context for what we're going to create here. So that's one thing. Get that book. Thank you, Ryan the Line. See, that's my man on Ryan the Line posting a link. I have to actually unhide it. It's weird. I'm not used to clicking this. So you see all the comments that are popping up. I'm the one approving them and showing them. I'm trying to stay present with you guys. So apologies. Anyway, that's where you get the book at this Amazon code written by Amy Hardison, who's going to be speaking at our event, by the way. Because Judy, nobody says no to her. She made it happen. She created that. And Alan D. Thompson, the Aussie. So there's a golden ticket waiting for this special person that A, gets the book, and B, you're going to write a letter to Julie Westover. I'm going to put her email in the chat in just a moment. You're going to tell us why it should be you. And this is kind of a callback to how the six-pack was created, because that's how Steve played the game. If you want to go on this road trip, tell me why, and tell me a good reason why. So for you, you're going to tell Julie a special reason why. And this is recording right now on Sunday, January 16th, 10 p.m. to 11. You have until Tuesday, January 18th, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. If it comes in at 10:01, 12:01, whatever it is, not going to work. 10 Mountain Time, 9 Pacific Time, 11 Central Time, 12 Eastern Time. We've covered all 4 bases. 9,
Impressive.
10, 12, 11, Mountain, Central, Eastern, January 18th, Tuesday. If you don't have it into this email address, you ain't gonna get in. You won't have a chance. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance. Get the book. Write to Julie why we should be picking you. And obviously join the Facebook community. And I don't have that many hands, so I'm going to try to pull the links and stuff together. And yeah, those are the 2 big announcements. Live stream, Ultimate Coach, Facebook group, and this golden ticket. You got till
I
Tuesday.
have something.
Wait, and there's more.
Breaking news.
Oh man,
Let's hear it.
So just like the Giants, we love all the Giants. They under promise, over deliver, right? They're always over delivering. They're giving so much value. So this is not live, and we're not going to tell you until you get there. But there is a very, very special thing that's going to happen at the event that alone is going to be worth the price of admission. Okay. I cannot give you a hint. I have been sworn to secrecy. I'm sworn to secrecy. All I know is that I listened to, I kind of gave you a little hint. I listened to it first, like 2 seconds, and I was already crying. So if that gives you any hint at all, it's going to be very powerful, and it's a surprise. And it's going to be a surprise for everyone. There's only 2 people that know about it, and I won't even tell you who the other person is. It's going to be amazing.
I'm going to find them.
Wow. I'm going to be calling you, Julie, here real quick when we're done here.
Judy's number on the screen. Everybody call Judy.
I'm just saying, the people that took action, that's making the commitment to come, right? That's really the lesson for me is, man, when you say yes, miracles happen. So for all the people that said yes, that are going to be there, you're going to be in for a miracle. So it's going to be awesome.
So that right there on the screen, that is a deadline for golden ticket. You want a ticket? We got one. We got one for you. We're holding it. We ain't giving it out to anybody else except for this winner. So the game is this. Get the book, read the book, commit to it. Simple. Yeah, right? Simple. 2, join that Facebook group, the Ultimate Coach Facebook group. I mean, you could do it. You'll be there on live, but you might as well just join anyway because you're going to get so much out of it. And 3, You're going to write to Julie Westover, and you're going to plead your case. This is your opportunity. We'll review it. I'll go make a video later that day, that Tuesday, probably by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern time with our winner that we selected, and you go get yourself to Arizona. Figure out a way. I don't care how you do it, as long as it's legal, but you do it. Whew, man, we are cooking right now. We can go on for like another hour or two, honestly. Does anybody have, what do you guys think about these contests? Like, I want to look at your perspective. Like, Julie, how you feeling about this? You ready for the influx of emails?
Yeah, awesome. I love it. And I'm excited. I think we're gonna have great response, and yeah.
Be there. Yes, I would suggest, I want to give a little advice. This is what helped me to get chosen by Steve. But when you're creating your request, hold that intention towards your heart. Really feel it. Be in that right state of mind that why it is you should be the one. And just be present to that, because your energy is going to go through and travel on your texts as you're sending them. So really be authentic and believe that it is that you need to be the one, and we'll get to meet you.
Well said. Man, I love that. See, look at you guys getting writing coach advice right now. Like, you didn't even know you were coming here for this. Xavier, give them your PayPal so they can send you a painting. y'all got some freebies right there.
I'd have to forward it to you all for inspiring me the way you did. You are amazing.
Yeah. So just to recap, because we had a great conversation. We're gonna obviously have to do this again. We'll have to do a debrief, and maybe we'll air that live for somebody. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, you guys are just wonderful. I'm really grateful that the universe put us together. It was meant to be the way it was meant to be. And so for that, as much as the event is about you, the person watching right now, it's all about you for sure. But we're going to celebrate us for sure, and just kind of soak it in. Like, wow, four strangers picked to live in a house, decided in 70 something odd days to rally 300 people into a room to change their lives, and through it committing people to read a book. You might think, like, why do I need to read a book for? I read plenty of books. I'm up there. I'm enlightened, brother. But it's like, this ain't a book like anything else. This is a living book. It has teeth. It bites. It hugs. It loves. It nurtures, and it challenges. It stretches. It does anything that you can think, and then anything you can think of goes beyond that. And then this event, like I said, is an extension. When you get, the energy right now is electric. Like, it's here. You can't see it, obviously, but you can feel it. And what we're going to bring, and what everybody else is going to bring to the table next Sunday, is going to be off the charts. And for you people watching virtually, treat it like you are in that room. Don't have your phone. Don't be eating your Fruit Loops and your bowl of cereal and be in your pajamas. Like, show up like you're going to be there and really be there. That's my 2 cents, because if you do that, you're going to get everything and more out of it that you could have possibly imagined.
Yeah. Come and sit on the edge of your seat is where you want to be. Okay. I got, and they're just real quick. I have a friend, he was telling me about an hour ago, I was on the phone with him, and he said he introduced this to some coaches, but you don't have to be a coach to be here. He introduced it to a friend that has nothing to do with coaching. He's a very avid, he reads all the time. And he said he read this book, and it was the best book he had ever read in the past 10 years. Wow. And he said he didn't know what it was about it, but it's transforming his life. And one thing too that Steve's been sharing with us is read it again and again, and you'll get something different every time. So if you're someone who says I have read this, read it again, because it's just ongoing, and it's packed with information, distinctions that will alter your life. And every time I get out there, I get done reading it, I get something new that impacts my way of being, my life, my communication, the conversations I'm having. it's amazing. It's like that. So read it coming from it's about you, and your amazing things will continue to happen.
Yeah. You see this right here? I am not a coach. I am Jen, the generous one, Lady Yoda. You don't have to be a coach to be in this Facebook community. If you're interested in growth, you're interested in just improving your life, making a difference for people, then come here. We have become an ultimate family, and that's not something that I take lightly. That's not something that's thrown around loosely. Like, your words create your world. We've created ourselves as an ultimate family. Just us four, this fantastic 4 package, and then the 3.4 thousand people that are in there. And this is my challenge for you folks out there, not just you know, us Fantastic Four, but you guys watching out there. Can we get to 10,000 members in this group by the end of this week? Like, seriously, can we do this? Because 10,000 people are going to be watching this event on Sunday. I may not come on stage if it was less than 10,000. That's my contract.
Hey, real quick too, it's available on Kindle. I'd recommend to get it while you're waiting for your book, because you can take it and have it with you whenever. And it's $10, I think, $9, but it's another good source to have that available to you. So you don't have to wait 2 days to get your order in. You can have it tonight.
Yeah. Read it on the plane. Don't read it while you're driving. If you have somebody read it to you, or have it, whatever it takes. And this is the point, right? And this isn't to stress you or put the pressure, but like, we're living proof of what happens when you put a little bit of pressure and you also add some support. Pressure of the deadline, the timeline of our own thoughts in the beginning of who are we, how are we going to do this? Okay, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna commit to it. We're gonna say yes. Then the support, each other, the Giants, Phil, Steve, Alan, everybody you can think of rallying behind us because they see what we're doing. They know that this is the real deal. This is the big deal. And you might be like, Alex, your first episode was a big commercial for Ultimate Experience. Well, because it's important. All right, it's important. Who did I have to become? I had to become somebody who was stalking literally everybody alive in this book. Like, I contacted pretty much almost everybody that I could find in this book and said, can you help us? Can you help us? Can I share the link with you? And some of them said, hell yes, no problem. Some of them said, I'm coming. How's that happen? Because you opened a door for somebody. The door was open for me here. Julie said, hey, there's a party going on here. You need to be a part of it. So for those people that you know that their lives will change if they're in this Facebook community, like, extend that. Help them. Help guide them to where their life's going to change, because they're going to thank you for it. They might come in there kicking and screaming, but they're going to leave hugging and kissing.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just share something about that?
Please.
Is that to really understand that your life is going to change, not necessarily because of what's going to happen in this event. Your life is going to change when you set the intention of what you want to create out of this event, right? Because when I rode in that car with Steve, I didn't know who Steve was. I had no idea what the agenda was. For all I know, he would have just been singing karaoke to California together. But I set the intention. I said, this is going to change my life. My life is going to change being in this car ride, right, Xavier?
Yeah.
And that was a life-changing ride. And that was just a few months ago. Yeah. I don't even recognize my life. I don't even recognize what's happening in my life. Like, this is just a small part. All the other parts of my life are exponentially exploding and growing, and miracles are everywhere. So I want to encourage all of us, don't come in thinking, oh, I'm going to go somewhere where my life is going to change. You set that intention and you go in believing, creating the miracles that are going to happen because you believe it, because you're being it. Right? Yeah. Can I get an amen?
Amen. Amen. Yeah. Hey, let me share my intention real quick. My intention to go on this trip was that Steve would find enough interest in us, the 6-pack, that he would figure out a way to continue to work with us. What we got here. what's happening, right? I didn't know, how could that possibly happen? I didn't have the finances, and here we are. He's continuously working with us, and I came out of that intention and believing it. And let me tell you something, you won't give thought to something that's not possible. So if you have these thoughts and you find yourself talking yourself out of it, give that up, because you would only give thought to it if it were within your realm of possibility. So think about what you're putting out there and cause it and create it and watch and follow us. And we want to bring you along with us from our experiences in real time. And that's what's happening here. And this is for you. It's about you. And you can experience that and have that available through us in any way that we can have that be available for you. So great job, Judy. Thanks for sharing.
Bravo, Xavier. That's right.
Yeah.
Julie, do you have any thoughts and intentions and anything you want to share with the world?
I really want to acknowledge that Phil Weech believed that there was a reason to invest in us, to give time and to offer the opportunities to us, and acknowledge, I see the comments coming up and people saying, well, I want to make friends, I'm going to meet friends. And I think it always comes back to that 100% responsibility. I will be a friend, and therefore I will have friends. And so I just want to acknowledge again this idea of who each of us are being, who we choose to be, and then our lives are going to reflect what we bring. So just a lot of love to Amy Hardison for writing this book, for Alan D. Thompson for researching it, for Steve Hardison for being the book, yes. and all of the commitment that he like set the light up for us to look for, and we'll keep going towards that.
Beautiful, Julie.
So what you all have witnessed here is just like a snippet. Like we're just like, I don't even know how much of a percentage we are of what this event is going to look like. And you might have seen my video from last week about the night out at Steve's, right? It's just all these different things of, it's hard to contain this. It's hard to like, it's way out of our proportion, but that's what the black hole of commitment creates. It creates us, and we create each other as we see each other, we be each other, right? If I see the world, I see love, I see honor, acceptance, if I see lighthearted, powerful service, and then I get to do those things. You know, and it's a great distinction that Steve taught us. The law of being no different from the law of gravity. Miss a rock here, it will drop if I let it go. If I drop my intention to see people with love and treasure them, I won't see it. But if I do, if I give in to it, if I surrender to my ego, surrender to ego, put it somewhere else and recognize, oh, everything's neutral. We're all loving. We're all beautiful. We're all powerful. Guess what I get to do now? I get to do powerful stuff. I get to be a powerful man, and powerful leader, and husband and father. And you might be a powerful wife. You're going to be a powerful mother. All these different things. And it sounds like fluffed words. You might be like, what? That doesn't make sense. Well, try it. Try it for yourself. Step
Magical.
Join that Ultimate Coach Facebook group, because you're going to see some individuals that will rock your role. Join the Tribe of Giants too. I mean, that's a beautiful community that Nick and Ryan have created. And tap into like the different shows here. Beyond the Purple Door with Nicole, Shine All the Time with Natalie, Shauna Lee's show of healing, Abigail's show. I mean, there's so much here that it's a ripple effect. Chugga chugga. We are moving. We want you aboard this train. So as we get to wrap it up, any final thoughts from our fantastic guest? And thank you guys for hanging out for a late night on your end.
Real quick, I know some people have asked, what do we wear to something like this?
No shirts, no pants. Kidding. Wear clothes. Wear clothes.
Well, as Iyanla says, what do you wear when you go meet an angel, right? You come naked. So I want to encourage us, not literally, figuratively, right? It's PG. We're gonna have kids there.
Someone's gonna show up naked. I know.
No. No birthday suits. No birthday. We've got bouncers. Okay, we're gonna kick you out now. But I mean, come vulnerable. Come open. Come, let go of all the pretense, let go of your coach hat, let go of your entrepreneur hat. Come ready to be poured into. But seriously, as far as clothing wise, we really want to see your personality. We want to see your authentic being you. I know Jen Walter is going to be wearing a cape. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that.
Ready. Let's go.
So that's the dress code: is come who you are, express yourself, be who you are. 100%. It's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait to see all of you. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Whew.
Nice.
Oh man, I'm geeked right now. So before I wrap up, is there anything that anybody wants to say that they haven't said yet? All right. And this train ride is complete. So I want to thank you guys for being passengers and just being family with me. We are changing the world already, right? And this isn't brag time because this is the truth. This is the truth. Like, you guys are all wonderful. You're powerful. You're magical. You are the Fantastic Four. There's nobody else who can do what we do. So on that note, for you watching out there, thank you for watching live. Thank you for watching the replay. Join the Facebook group. Remember that we have the golden ticket contest available through Tuesday, 12 Eastern, 10 Mountain, 9 Pacific, 11 Central. So Tuesday's your day. Just write it tomorrow, send it to Julie, and just get out the way. And don't procrastinate. Don't delay. This is your time. This is your moment. Chugga chugga. We love you. All right, that's it. Stay blessed.
Awesome.
Great job, Alex. Great job, buddy.
Thank you.